gang. Hey, nothing but love and respect. You might have some cool fans, but mine are the best. We've been through it all, went to war when duty called. Never left a man behind, we move as one is super strong. I don't want followers, that implies I'm the leader. I'm not the captain, I just gave them something they can believe in. I hold the lamp in the darkness, but they're the light that I needed to see the road that we walk in between the angels and demons. And my fans have my back. Hate us if your feelings don't like facts. And my fans will fight back. Beat you with the keyboard you've been using to write back. I guess we need each other like both sides of the battery. We the army, we the homies, we the gang, we the cavalry. We're brothers and sisters, we hold it down like we gravity. Can't nobody break the bond that made us all family.
Me and my fans, we don't care what anybody say. Middle fingers to whoever in the way, man. Me and my fans, we gon' be together to the grave. It's the game till forever and a day, man. Me and my fans, we don't even trip in the hate. We the I don't give a fuck in our veins, man. Me and my fans,
We the hangover gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Oklahoma weather can dish out some of the worst punishment in the world. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Aaron Tuttle. But now you can fight back by installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles from Ferguson Roof Systems. These shingles can withstand large hail, heavy rain, and hurricane-force winds, all while keeping your home safe and dry. And the best part? This upgrade is completely free for many homeowners. So call today to start reaping the benefits these Class 4 shingles bring, including a discount on home insurance. Only at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Hey everyone, Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle with you. Thanks for joining me. It's Sunday evening. It's about 9:45. So thanks for joining me. Beverly, I see you in the house with some stars. Same thing for you, Ashley. Activate a stars party. Let's get it going on Facebook. So appreciate that, ladies. If you'd like to send some stars, hit that little star icon there on the bottom of your phone, or if you're on your computer, next to the comment section. Guys on YouTube checking in. We've got, let's see, Matt from North Edmonds. Sup? We've got Jim in the house. Scorpio also from Tulsa checking in. Good to see you. All right, and then you guys on Twitter also, thanks for viewing. If you'd like to leave comments on Twitter, you can always change over to YouTube and or Facebook. I broadcast simultaneous on all three platforms, and soon to be broadcasting on Gab TV Live once they enable that, which should be for spring. They're looking at about the end of the first quarter. So hopefully that'll be up and ready, rock and roll. Now, if you are not getting my notifications on time, in other words, Facebook is late to the party, you can hit this link I'm posting right now in the comments section, which you can subscribe directly to let me notify you through your Facebook Messenger app. And then it'll pop up whenever I do go live. So make sure you take advantage of that, and make sure you hit manage messages so that you keep getting those messages. I don't think you have to do it every time, but you will have to do it periodically so that doesn't drop you. Otherwise, I think that takes care of all the business at hand. Now you're here, hopefully because you read my blog. If you read my blog, then you know we've got some snow coming. So we're going to look at the latest data tonight. We're going to see what's changed since I wrote that blog this afternoon, if anything, and how the forecast will be adjusted. All right. Listen, I love the snow, so, you know, there's a chance I'm going to be all over it. That's for sure. Out there right now, it's 40 degrees. It's not that bad, actually. We kind of warmed a little bit today, which was nice because we did have some very cold days here recently. I'm over the Arctic here, that's for sure, but I don't know. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't appreciate the rest of our nice weather during the winter time, which we typically get. So that's the good news there. All right, so let's move on to, let's go with this map here. All right, first thing I want to talk about is the fact we have a cold front coming in. Now, it won't be tomorrow. Tomorrow will still be quite nice. So I'm going to start this into the morning hours. We're into the 30s. So another chilly start to the day. Not too bad, though. We've got 60s coming at you as early as 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What might even squeeze in could be potentially an upper 60 to near 70 late afternoon here across parts of southwest Oklahoma and the Red River. Otherwise, just pretty much widespread 60s for the state. Then a cold front will come in. It'll be a weak front, comparatively speaking, of the last fronts. It will come in the evening with a north wind here by 7 o'clock over central northern Oklahoma. So we'll start to cool those temperatures down. It'll be a slow process. It's not like an Arctic front, so that's good news. It's kind of a backdoor front as well. So even though it'll be cold, it won't be unbearable. So we head into Tuesday morning, we're looking at about the 20s and 30s again across states, so a little cooler. And then by Tuesday afternoon, let's see, we'll rebound into the low 40s only over central Oklahoma. Maybe still some 30s hanging on across northeast and still near 50 down along the Red River. So as you can see, it will be quite a bit of a cooler day compared to Monday, almost a 20 degree temperature change. And then as we head into Wednesday, that's when that cold air kind of builds in a little bit more. The morning hours will be into the 20s, and then we'll be talking about some snow moving through. All right, so let's take a look at how that ought to progress. So big pattern, upper levels of the atmosphere. Take a look at the jet stream pattern. As we talk about, when you see these bright colors, that represents lift in the atmosphere. So if you want storm systems, you want lift. You want these bright colors to come on through. And the wavy lines indicate the track of how things are going. So everything kind of moves in between these thin lines you see like this. And this guy here moving this way. And that would be a cutoff low because the circles, the lines can complete into a circle. All right, you definitely want a cutoff low or an upper level low when you're talking about winter storms. Those are the big producers. But you have to have cold air in place. So this one will work its way into Texas tomorrow. Unfortunately, we're all out of cold air for you, Texas. So you only get a little bit of rain from this, and that's about all it can do. All right, so that'll move on through. Then look up here to the west. You see that across the four corners? See what's coming our way? Ooh, it cut off into it formed into a little upper level low there briefly. Oh, it's starting to come out as an open wave trough. Oh, it stinks. But at least it's coming through Oklahoma. Now this will be during the day on Wednesday. So what we're going to do is zoom in. And there's still time, by the way, for this outcome to change as far as the look is concerned. In the blog, I mentioned it being a very potent, very compact shortwave trough. And that's what this is here right now, the look of it. So in other words, it has this little trough axis appendage to it versus, say, a closed low. All right, so I'm looking for a low to form to better increase the output of the storm. But this is a lot of lift. You see this purple on the map? That's a ton of lift. Now this is the American, the NAM model. As we head into the Canadian model, it also has a lot of lift. The difference between the two, not much. They're very similar in the track, which is pretty much from the Red River into central Oklahoma. And that's the new trend from around lunchtime today to the evening, is to shift the storm a little bit more to the north. Now, the European is still kind of hanging down along the south. This is the European model. And it's got the bulk of that lift, the purple, down here across North Texas. But it still has some here in central Oklahoma. But what that will do is it'll change the track of the snow. And that's very important. So this is going to be something very important to watch. Very close call as to who's going to get the snow and who won't. Because it's all dependent upon a fine line for a track. And this is the fun part of forecasting snow events. Now, if we were to look at the snow forecast totals from the models at lunchtime today to see how well they did, just to show you how you're going to have different outputs depending on the track. The Canadian model has a lot more snow here across central Oklahoma. It points out to the west. All right, even the Panhandles get some good stuff. Excuse me. The NAM model didn't produce a whole lot of snow at lunchtime, but that's okay. I usually don't look to the NAM for guidance on snow totals anyway. Now the American model, the GFS, had quite a bit of snow along the Red River, pockets of this up around 3 inches, and then quite a bit more on the Panhandle. And the European model also kind of favored the Red River, and then points down to North Texas, including, yes, that's Dallas-Fort Worth, getting some measurable snow. Could this be a snowmaker for the Dallas-Fort Worth area? It sure could. Just like it could be a Red River snowmaker, and just like it could be an Oklahoma City snowmaker, depending on how things evolve. Now that is the lunchtime run. I'm going to do is show you what happened here this evening when we're comparing the different models to see how that has changed. Let me see here. Let's go. The American model hasn't come out yet, so we'll start with this one. And let's see, well, 72 hours, no. Let's just go 84. All right, so in the 84 hour, we've got the NAM model, which all of a sudden, remember, didn't have a whole lot of snow on the map, now has a ton of snow. And it's right over central Oklahoma. Matter of fact, it put a bullseye of 3 inches of snow over Will Rogers Airport. And how about that? And then the Canadian model, it still has that same look. Sweet spot right here over central Oklahoma, the I-44 corridor, and then back out here to southwest Oklahoma with as much as 3 inches of snow. Now remember, we're still early in the snowfall total game, so don't get all excited yet. This is just a trend. This is just something that we're looking for. And when you blend all these models together and you kind of zoom in, most of them kind of love this little spot here, kind of in between the two. All right, it kind of favors this region here along the Red River, plus or minus about 100 miles for right now. Now, I like the new trend, which is to shove this up here to the north a little bit and bring it right here to Oklahoma City Metro. Well, of course, because I'm biased, right? Now, I will show you the NAM model in the vertical. So I've shown you this before. This is how, if you're a meteorologist, you're looking, we see two-dimensional maps, right? Like I just showed you. But I want to see what it looks like upstairs. And I can visualize it, but it's better for me to see the data. So I want to see where the snow growth layer is. I want to see if there's moisture at that layer. I want to see if there's lift at that layer. So this, in the pink bounded region, this is the snow growth layer. The little green areas, that's humidity. All right, so far we got 2 for 2. Now, I don't see any red anywhere around here. By the way, the time is right to left, so it's opposite what you normally see in the world today. You got to go from right to left on these things. Why did I don't know. I wish they could flip it. Anyway, point being is westward we go. Here's this Tuesday midday, and then here's Wednesday morning. And what you notice is a lot more moisture showing up on the map, both low levels and mid levels of the atmosphere. This mid-level part is around 15,000 feet. That's the snow growth layer. And then as we head into Wednesday evening, look at all this red contours. That is a lot of lift. We call it omega. And that is co-located, juxtaposed with the snow growth layer and the humidity. Booyah. That's what you want to see. And when it does, it produces snow. And that's what this measurable deal is right here. And in this particular case, the output, like we talked about, is up around 3 inches of snow around the Will Rogers Airport area. So, woohoo! You know, that's a sign. It's a trend. It's a change. Will it continue? That's the million-dollar question. But when you're looking for snowfall forecasts, that kind of stuff is what you need to pay attention to. Now, I'm going to look at the German model here for a second. I haven't seen it yet. Let's see. This thing change anything new? Okay, it's stuck with what it had before. Northwest Oklahoma, and then parts of Southwest. So same kind of look. All right. I just like to look at the different models just to kind of see how things are going. So last thing before I look at the 7-day outlook, and then we're going to turn you loose, is rather quick forecast here for tonight. There was one deal, the timing on all this, and I want to show you that. Okay, so when's it going to start snowing? All right, well, the system is going to kind of graze the state twice. It'll hit the Panhandle first and into Kansas and Nebraska. So this is Tuesday morning. This is so, by the way, I didn't talk about Kansas much, you guys, but you are going to get snow. It's almost like you guys are guaranteed. It's so lame. You guys are guaranteed to get snow, and as soon as you cross that border, we are not guaranteed here in Oklahoma. It is always a weird call. But regardless, some good snow out there in Kansas for Tuesday afternoon. Now, you do see it crossing northwest Oklahoma, but it does start to fall apart. So the best snow for the first part of the system on Tuesday afternoon and evening, but moving into the Panhandle and far northwest Oklahoma overnight into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning with measurable snow in that area, but also down across the Panhandle of Texas and into New Mexico. All right, now as that system then kind of does a little curlicue and then starts to lift out, you get that batch of snow that circulates that trough axis for Wednesday afternoon, snowing to beat the band there in the Panhandle in western southwestern Oklahoma. Then that expands here into central Oklahoma for your drive time on Wednesday. And then it continues Wednesday evening, moves into eastern Oklahoma, and then starts to move to northwest Arkansas by midnight. So it's a quick moving system. So it moves across the state from west to east in about is that a 12-hour or 24-hour period? Let me go back. I think that may be, yeah. So 12-hour period, really. So from the best lift of precipitation is going from about noon to midnight. So we'll see if we can get it out of that window. And then that moves on out of here. Now you do see down here, it's hard to see, but down here across North Texas, the model does have at least a mixture of rain and snow down there. Not a whole lot, but at least something to see. So it's still up in the air as far as Dallas gets anything. It really depends on the final track. But I want to bring you the time frame on that. No sleet, no freezing rain, no rain here in Oklahoma. It should just be snow. Now temperatures are going to be a little chilly. So we talked about on Tuesday in the 20s in the morning, 30s for the afternoon, and then on Wednesday, 20 in the morning here in Oklahoma City, for example. That 39, I doubtful. If we're going to be cloudy with the snow, we won't hit 39. We'll probably top out right around 32, 33. It can snow at 34 or 35, but obviously we prefer it to be 32 or lower so that we don't melt much of it. They're going to warm things up a little bit for Thursday, Friday, then on into the weekend. So we can look too bad. Still pretty chill in the morning, but not too bad in the afternoon. And actually right now, through the first week of February, these numbers here look to be holding. And then maybe getting a few degrees warmer, maybe approaching up to 60 degrees long term. Until we hit the end of the first week of February, which is right around the 8th, we should see a big change across the country. And that would be the cold air that's going to be loading up across Canada will finally start to come southward and spill across the northern half of the nation, ending the first week of February. When that does so, Oklahoma will start to get its taste of the glancing blows of some of that Arctic air. There is a storm system showing up. It's a signal. It's been here and there, but for that time frame. So we might end up seeing a pretty decent winter storm out of it if, of course, all that comes to play, which again is about 2 or so weeks away. That's long. That's a long-term forecast for you this time of the year. All right, so let me see a couple of questions, thoughts, concerns, happiness, anger, sadness, whatever you got for me. I'll check out a couple of your comments. Vernon, Texas. Local meteorologists say around an inch. It's not a bad forecast. I would caution you, it is Sunday evening. And we still look at the data on Monday, and we'll look at the data on Tuesday. And that will be the Tuesday data will obviously be a better forecast than either tonight or tomorrow. When it comes to snow, unfortunately, you want the very latest and the last look at the model data, just in case things change a little bit. So there you go. Scorpio likes that layered model. Yeah, I do too. It's one of my favorites to use for winter weather forecasting. All right, let's see. Go to Facebook. And by the way, you guys just loaded me up some stars here, so thank you very much. I see all those flying around. I appreciate that. All right, let me scroll through and see if I have any questions to answer. Now, it will be a little windy with the passage of that front, Ashley. So, northeast wind about 20 miles per hour, probably gusts to 25. It's not like the last events that we've had where we had some wind gusts of 40 plus. It won't be one of those for Monday night, Tuesday morning. Can someone explain in English what he says for the week? Sarah, come on now. Man, she just wants it right to the end. I get it. We have to do this. Listen, it's called a climax. You have to build up to it, and then I can't just give it away. Otherwise, what's the point? You can just use me and abuse me. Come in here, click, give me what I want right now. Click, done. Done with you, AT. No, I got to build up the suspense, the drama. I got to show you who the players are. I got to basically, give you who's the one that could have done it. Was it Professor Plum? Which model is going to have the best idea what's going on? And then we have to decide what's the outcome, what's the weapon. Is it going to be ice? It's going to be snow? And then it just goes on from there. So it's a performance. It's a show. I mean, you're being entertained for free for about 10 minutes of your life. And in the end, you get to see it all come together. And you're like, I knew it. I knew we were going to get some snow. AT, you're the man. Now, why would I rob you of that joy? I don't want to do that to you. I want you to experience life with me here, this time. Don't mind me, I'm completely insane because of COVID. All right, Cindy's in the House of some Stars. Robert, Clayton, Cindy, Chayton rather. Appreciate you. Misty, thank you. From all the laughing faces, I think you guys enjoyed that little side story. I'm here to entertain and to educate you with the weather. Let's see. All right. Matt, shot in the dark. Will the dry pattern end? You see anything in that crystal ball? Of course, spring is just around the corner. And we'll be hyping up severe weather season in no time. I like to try to get through at least February before you start doing that. our severe weather season starts about mid-March, and really, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to talk about tornadoes, right? I want to talk about snow, stuff that's fun, that the kids love, brings excitement and joy. Listen, everybody needs a little excitement and joy and smiles, and snow does it, at least around here, because it doesn't last that long. It's pretty, it's quiet, it's nice, doesn't get dirty and yellow and brown. So anyway, all right, Sean. I do what I can, man. I do what I can. All right. Which, by the way, I did find something funny. So I was, what was I doing? Okay, so listen, when you guys, I really do. I hope you're intelligent enough to see stupidity. All right, when it comes to news, and what I say about it is in the promotion aspect. I hope you don't fall for stuff. I hope you can see, what they do and the silliness behind it. So I'll give you an example. So I saw on the gym, I was on the treadmill, and I saw Channel 4, the guy there, he had a 7-day forecast up. And he put his name on there, followed by the word accurate 7-day forecast. 7-day planner plus 4 more, whatever they call it. But he had to put the word accurate. And I'm sitting here thinking, that's probably the most dumbest thing I could have ever thought of. Why do you want to put the word accurate? Are you implying if you don't put the word accurate, it's not accurate? If it's not accurate, then why are you on here doing your job? It means you stink. So, it's just stupid. I would hope you'd give me an accurate forecast to begin with. I would hope you wouldn't have to spell out the word accurate. But I'm completely wrong on that, apparently, because that's a new thing to put on the 7-day forecast. I found it so ridiculous. I'm like, so-and-so's accurate 7-day. Well, I'd hate to see so-and-so's inaccurate 7-day. Is that what I've been given this whole time? But he changed it, put the word accurate, now it's good? I don't know. It was just dumb. So I hope you guys see that kind of stuff and just do this like I do. It doesn't make any sense to me. And you know what? Here's the funny thing is, the dude could be really bad at his job, and his forecast could be horrible, and not anywhere close to being accurate. But he's got that word accurate on there, so it changes everything. Oh, I'm just clowning. I'm just trolling, just because the whole idea was so preposterous. But anyway, that's just me. All right, so listen, I'm gonna get out of here. I will be doing some lives for you the next couple of days. Why? Because we got a storm system, so we'll see what happens with it. Of course, I'm hoping for it to be a little stronger and get more of us, a little bit of that white stuff. I don't like these little flurry systems that come through, or where they spit, or they maybe give you a skiff of snow if you look real hard. Those do nothing for me. I mean, I get excited at the prospect of it, but then once I look at the data and we start doing live and we get closer to it, I'm just like, deep inside, I'm dying. I'm dying on the inside. I'm just like, depression, right? So I really want something good to come our way, and this looks pretty decent, so we'll see what happens. We still got some time. We'll see what tomorrow's data looks like, and the next day, and we'll go from there. But thanks for watching, liking, sharing, getting my weather app, AT's Weather to Go, reading my blog at aarontuttle.weather.com. All that kind of stuff helps to support me and what I do. And the Facebook stars tonight, the subscriptions either through YouTube or Facebook or on Patreon or PayPal, however you want to do it. I appreciate all that as well. Okay, you guys have a great night, and we'll talk again soon. Sleep well.